Mike, Jeff, and Trey Lorenz as always.
Yup.
Hey, so pre-production we was talking about, you know what I'm saying, what we was gonna hit with first. And I really want to see how you feel about this, you know what I'm saying? But before we get into that real quick, your haircut.
Yeah.
You went and you paid the money I pay now.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that really quickly?
I'm not gonna lie, it's a weird situation because he's family to you, so I feel like I can't give my honest.
I already talked about everything in the way I feel on here, like in.
Okay, so for
marriage,
okay, it's a little easier. I mean, that doesn't make it a little easier. So the haircut, it was good. It's a good haircut. In the immediate, it was a great haircut, very crispy, efficient as hell.
Yes, he's very.
In and out within 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and
very quick.
As someone who's very impatient, like I am, I valued that.
Yeah.
Now, however, I've noticed that after my hair started to grow back, he pushed me back a little bit.
Yes, I did see that.
Right, and that's a common issue I have with, honestly, every barber I've had other than my San Antonio barber.
Yeah.
So, in terms of when I go back, probably just because I feel like he's at least professional. And the barber I had been going to, even though he is cheaper, you kind of get what you pay for. And I literally cannot get him on the phone sometimes.
Yeah, that's.
And so it's like, if I'm gonna get pushed back regardless, at least let me have a professional barber,
right?
Who's gonna make it quick,
right?
So,
okay,
6 out of 10. I am getting another cut in San Antonio when I go back for Thanksgiving though.
Yeah,
I'm actually looking really forward to go back to my actual San Antonio barber.
Yeah,
he's a mobile barber now though. Like he's one that comes to you barbers.
Really?
So my first time having one of those experiences. So like he's gonna come to like the garage.
Does that cost extra? Because he has.
He would, yes, but if he's not gonna charge me extra because I would legit remember this dude was
from day one, yeah.
Freshman at the barber college, and wherever he went, I went. I've always tipped extremely well, so he's always taking care of me. Every time he raises his prices, I've always got the same. Even though I was willing to pay, he'd always give me the same. Like, all right, I got your price.
Okay.
So
that's pretty good.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
So I was watching Girlfriends. I've been able to power through season 7 a little bit.
That is you are powering.
I'm powering through it. And one thing interesting that came up was Joan. She obviously got another boyfriend, and she can't.
Obviously.
She can't use the restroom at his house. She will literally leave his house to use the restroom to take a dump.
I'm with it.
And I thought it was just like Joan being Joan, but apparently that's kind of a common thing, and I don't get it.
So for me,
I don't get it.
All right, I'll give both my views on it, and because I just laugh because I have very strict views of this. I'm very weird around when it comes like bathroom etiquette, I guess you can call it, right, between a man and woman, specifically your significant other. So like I was like when I first started dating Cassandra. Cassandra had the apartment she lived in at the time had a half bath downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I would try my best if I had to go. I would use the half bathroom downstairs, and if I could not get downstairs, obviously, if it was used or whatever the case may be, I would like try to turn the faucet on, the shower, something to distract from the fact that I was, what I'm saying, while I was at the house.
That you were doing something that humans have,
cool.
literally have to do.
Yeah, all right, say what you want, but I'm very weird about that, right? Even to this day, we're legit engaged. I will still play music, a podcast, run the shower, anything to distract, turn the little fan on that's inside the restroom, anything to distract from what I'm actually doing. And then vice versa, I would prefer, like, the one thing I haven't come across that women, especially deep relationship, women just either just pop in on you or they'll just use the bathroom from if the dude's in there. I'm like, yo, let me know. I'll leave real quick.
Wait, what?
Like let's say, because everyone, let's say one woman uses the restroom. They just take a piss.
Okay.
I've seen that on Twitter and TV shows that they'll just do that if a man's brushing his hair.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And if I'm messing around, I'm like, oh no, let me know. Oh, you about to bathroom? Cool. I'll step outside real quick. That's just how I am. I'm very weird.
I'm very open. Like if I'm in there, brushing my hair, you gotta pee. Like come in there. Like what are you doing that I haven't seen already? And like you're not gonna gross me. I'm not gonna be like eek pee. Like
first of all,
don't ever say. That's how it sounds. He's like, no, let me step out. Like. Oh my God! Like that's what it looks like.
Eek ever reference to me. You can cut this podcast off right now. We'll never do another episode.
Like I'm just saying, I'm like I don't get why because like over FaceTime, and sometimes a chick will like pause and everything or mute, and I'm like I don't get it. Like what are you doing that's gonna hinder my thought to you?
But to be fair, some people, I'm not gonna say eek, but some people are more private.
Sorry, ew.
Alright, some people are just more private in that sense.
I get privacy, right? I do. I really do. But I don't know. I guess if you're in a relationship, I just feel like those are one of the barriers that's not really a huge thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying it's a huge thing. Like we need to have marriage counseling over it.
Well, no, I know, but
like, if I can't avoid it, I will avoid it.
Like I should be able to not have to lock a door. Like if I'm in the shower, you should be able to come in there and use the restroom and not have to wait for me to come out. Especially if we only got one restroom. Like that's
okay. I'm sorry, I don't lock doors. No lock doors. But if I'm taking a shower and you take a piss, fine. I go ahead. I'd rather you not. I can see because I jump off camera screaming. No, it's not true. But I'd rather you not. But if you had to, fine. We only have one restroom. This is why my next house, or I probably will have a half bath. Neither here nor there. But I'm sorry. If you have to go, fam. Give me 5 minutes to get about it, bro. That's all I'm asking.
Sometimes you gotta go.
Make that decision before I hop in the shower.
Like sometimes you just gotta go.
Make that call before you knew you had to go.
Sometimes you just gotta go.
No, you knew you had to go when you saw me get my towel, get my underwear, get my shorts.
Absolutely not. You know that's not how it works. You know that's not how it works all the time. You know that. Sometimes you just like, oh, where did that come from? I gotta go.
But we are grown. You should not be having oopsies.
No, I'm not. So you gonna see him tell me you ain't never sat down and be like, oh shit, I got the bubble cuts. Like I got out of nowhere. You gonna tell me that's never happened?
Yeah. I mean, yes, in my entire life, yes, that's happened. But I'm also a 27-year-old man. And
that doesn't mean
if I eat Taco Bell, hey, guess what? There's probably a pretty good chance I'm about to use a bathroom. Like,
do you go straight to the toilet though, or do you wait until you have to go to the toilet?
If I have to go, I'm gonna wait till. I'm gonna have to go.
But that's the same thing.
But the same token, okay. If I've had this happen many times, I'm like, hey, are you about to use the bathroom? If anything like shower, brush teeth, because I gotta go. And if it's like, oh yeah, I'm like, okay, you go use the shower, you go take your shower first, you go brush teeth first, whatever you gotta do, finish, then I'll go. That way I have all the time in the world to take it when I gotta take it. I don't feel rushed.
Yeah.
I can, you know what I'm saying? So no, I've never had a moment where it's either I'm either going to get in there now or it's going to be on my pants. No, I've never had that. I'm sorry, I'm a grown man.
But that's two different things. But yeah.
Well, that's what yes, I take quote unquote long showers per se, but some listen to music or podcast, whatever the case may be. But if you say, hey, Trey, I gotta go, I can make this shower quick as I need to be.
Okay, so how long would you say your showers are?
Like I say, it depends. If I'm like on a podcast, or like just, if I need to take a quick shot, like
you're not rushing, like you just
5 minutes, 10 minutes max, from like water on to drying off, 10 minutes.
That's not long.
I mean, I don't wash my hair every time. I'm black. I don't wash my hair every day, so it's
that's
not
not
my
long.
hair. It's soap, body, water.
Right, that's not
not a very long process.
I thought you was gonna say something like 30 minutes.
No, if anything, because there's a bath person, so she takes like the 30 minutes. She showers, takes a bath, and relaxes and watch TV. That's her routine. Mine is find a couple songs I want to listen to. Maybe find an episode to finish off my podcast. Not this podcast, but that's it. If I'm in there long, it's because I'm actually using the restroom before I take the shower.
Right.
Which is a different story.
Okay. So the model with you is, you gotta have more than one restroom because
legitimate. No,
like
I would never.
Piss on themselves.
I'd rather pay the additional money to have a 2-bedroom apartment than just me and her living in one room. just to have the second restroom. And I've done it before too. San Antonio, 15-month lease, 2-bedroom apartment. No one was in there. Not a furniture in sight. Okay. I walked to that one, didn't I?
You did. You walked right into that motherfucker.
I sprinted into that one. All right, that's fine.
Holy shit. All right, so another thing is, though, we've talked about, like, body counts and how you don't really need to know a person's body count.
Yep.
But what's different than a body count is if you're in the same room with somebody your partner has been with, is that something you would want to know?
That's a good question. I think in my younger days, I would have said yeah. Now, ignorance is kind of blissful. Like, if you're going to tell me, don't tell me in the moment that, by the way, we're in the room with such and such. You can tell me maybe afterward, like, hey, by the way,
Right.
such and such was, and I was like, oh, for real? Was it that short motherfucker? Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Short dude. Oh, that makes sense. But, like, when I was younger, yeah, I was my asshole.
No, I mean, that's the way
Yeah,
it goes.
no,
If it
yeah.
indeed was that.
Yeah, anybody, any dude that you used to mess with before me, I'm gonna say he's a clown, bum. Like,
Oh, he's definitely a clown.
yeah, everybody.
He's definitely
I don't care if it's Obama. Hey, you a clown, buster.
like, he was with that clown? Like,
Dumb ass
okay.
nigga, only won 2 elections. Bum.
I guess.
But nah, if I was younger, probably don't tell me what I remember, because if you tell me what I remember, I'm dumb to try to talk to dude or say something or run up on dude, because I'm young and dumb, right? High head, right? Embrace that.
Oh, okay.
embrace the narrative. But no, like, so, yeah, I would, in my head, I probably would want to know, but for the betterment of our night, don't tell me. Just be cool on the street. Don't tell me. Now that I'm older and married and shit, like, oh, he was in there? Oh, okay. I'll probably spend the rest of the time making fun of dude and or you for being with dude.
I would definitely want to know.
In the moment, like right then and there.
Like, yes,
Why?
because don't allow me to shake this dude's hand.
That is a good point.
Don't allow me to shake this dude's hand, like, at all. Don't allow him to smile at my face. Don't allow me to smile at his face.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Don't put me in that. Like, if that happens, I'm going to be really upset.
At her or just in general?
At her.
Okay.
Like, you allowed this dude, like, he's sitting there, we shaking hands, and he the whole time, like, yeah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got me looking all foolish and shit, you know? Like,
Have you ever actually been in the room with
not that I know of, no.
I've had 2 circumstances. One I didn't. Well, I guess one of them was I didn't know, because I didn't know what dude looked like, and I found out afterwards. Like, oh, okay, he did short as shit. And the second time was I ate a bump. Well, me and dude was at the same bar in college, and it's a deal. You know, any of my YouTube listeners, you know what deal is. It's about as wide as this area. It's not a very large bar. And when basically you really can't walk in without bumping somebody, but dude bumped me, and I was ready to shoot that motherfucker up. I promise you, it ruined my entire night.
And why is that?
Cause he's a clown. He's a clown.
Because he had been with somebody you was with. Although you know you can't get anywhere there without bumping. You took that bump as a...
It's disrespectful.
I wouldn't get the same.
Right?
I wouldn't get the exact same thing.
He knew that I knew what he knew.
Right.
So
he'll bump you and say,
that's
like,
a sign, like, okay.
That's still me, right?
And it's not.
Yeah.
He's about to be reading Nikes.
Because that's exactly what that means. That's why I don't want to shake dude's hand. Like, if I shake his hand, he like, yeah, you know, I see you doing big things. Like, that's him saying, like, that's still me, though.
Don't get twisted.
Like,
I see you doing big things, but I still be doing that.
Like,
that's basically
and that's not it. It's no.
Not going down.
No. I don't care. I don't even care what the situation is.
I'm gonna say, because what if it's like, what if you're talking to dude, but you don't realize that's dude? Like, let's say you and your woman going to a party, bar, restaurant.
Right.
She was in the bathroom, and you're mingling, right?
Okay. So if it's like an office party.
Thank you. There you go. Office party. So you're just really, like I said, you're just mingling with people, waiting for her to come back from the bar, whatever the case be, and you start talking to this dude, and she's like, she comes back, she has like the blank face, like, oh fuck, and then you come to find out,
I'm going to be really upset at her because I'm going to be like, you didn't tell me going in.
what if she didn't know he was a reader? Like, what if he is somebody's plus one? You know what I'm saying? And she had no idea he was there.
Okay, so he not the coworker. I'm thinking he was the
No,
coworker.
no.
Oh, okay. He just
If you trying to be working with,
okay.
you should quit the job.
Okay.
In general.
Okay, he's somebody plus one. I mean, I'ma still be mad because I was chopping it up with dude, and he seemed kind of cool. Cause obviously I was chopping it up with him, but now I gotta be like that old bitch ass nigga. Like, I guess, like, you know, but.
Would you? Have you ever had it where your ex has been in the same spot?
No.
See, for me, I don't say thankfully, but San Antonio is a big, small town. But I mean, knock on wood, say wood. But I've actually never had. I think San Antonio and Utah is the same college, but never been like in the same bar.
Right. How do you think you would handle that?
Now, yeah, such and such, and no, Cassandra should probably make fun of that bitch too. So back then, I'm leaving. Find any excuse to leave. Oh man, my fish is dropping. No, I don't care. Get out of there. But, cause like now it's weird. Cause like we're all old, like legitimately old.
Yeah.
And like they could be married. I'm engaged, so it's not like I'm ready to have like a fight over. It's like that's not gonna happen. It'd be more just like it could be potentially awkward. But like one of my exes is legit married. Like she's been married for like years now. So like if I see her at a random Walmart, I know I'm about to run out of Walmart because my ex was her husband and I'm in the same aisle. Like, oh yeah, that's such and such. But I think the bigger question is what happens if like if they try to come up to issue, like if they try to come up and have a conversation, that I have no idea how that goes. I have no clue how that's going to go.
So for me, I would try to avoid the situation.
So would you leave?
I don't know about like. I probably would, but I would definitely because first off, I would hope that she wouldn't try to come talk to me. That way, I would hope that I don't have to leave. Like I could just pretend like she's not even in the fucking building.
But what if she like sees you and then she sees you leave? Like she's gonna hold that over you. Like she wins that point.
Well, no, she can't. She can't get to me, so it don't even matter.
But she ran you out the spot.
Well, fuck it. Peace of mind. Peace of mind.
Choose peace.
She can have that if she wants to. I got peace at home, and that's what matters.
Choose peace always.
I choose anything. I choose peace over anything. So she can be like, oh, you ran, and oh, you this, you that. You still want me. You can feel how you want to feel. But all I know is, when I get home, I won't have to do no arguing.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's a win. Every day in a relationship you don't have an argument is a win.
I don't think women realize how much of our decisions as men is based around the structure of I don't want to have an argument.
No kind of disagreement. Yeah. No kind of.
Especially when you're like in a long, like you've been together for a while.
Yeah. No silence. No. Just I just want
just peace. Just peace.
Like, what I gotta do? I gotta drop 45 minutes out the way. I don't want to, but I will.
Cause you know the worst part is when you know you gotta come home with some bullshit.
No,
it's like when you're a kid and you're waiting on your parents to come home when you got in trouble. That's what it feels like when you know you're coming home to some shit in a relationship, whether it's anything.
It's just like you weigh every decision. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is what I'm about to do worth this argument we're gonna have? Is it worth it?
9 times out of 10, no, it's not.
No.
Because it's always small shit like, oh, do I want to go to the bar? And it's not my relationship. I actually have a very relaxed, because she's very relaxed. I don't have to worry about this stuff. So, but for example, like dudes be like, man, do I really want to go to the bar? If I do, I know my stomach is gonna be pissed. I can miss that bar hop, right? 9 times out you can. Now, there are times where you have like, I got to sacrifice because it's my homeboy's birthday, or
right.
dude celebrating a promotion.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, no, it's like, yeah, I'm choosing peace.
Yeah. Oh, and
always.
speaking of peace and women, as far as it goes, how do you feel about the whole when they ask, "Oh, do you want me to come over?" and then you say, "You come if you want to," and they hate that.
So
they hate that you can come if you want to.
So it's funny enough because for me, I get in trouble so much in this podcast. So my experience in college was not really that. I didn't really have too many of those moments. Mine was more of the meme to like send the message at 2 a.m. see if you get the 3 dots. That was the majority of my college life. So it was a lot of like, hey, are you awake? And then it was like, either get a yes or you get no response. So okay, that's your sleep.
Yeah.
All right, next on the contact list. Yeah. Or yeah, you could be busy. To be fair, yes, you could be busy with somebody else. However, it happened to me. I was once the opposite. So, someone sent me the text, and I was like, "It come over." I was like, "Are you sure?" And I almost fumbled the bag on that.
So you asked, she told you to come over, or you asked her to
No,
come
she told me to come over.
And you was like,
No, so what happened was my internet was down.
Okay.
And so I was like, yeah, I can't watch Netflix. And it was, by the way, not a lie. Legit, internet was down.
Okay.
Neither other. So she was like, oh, you can come over here to watch, use my internet to watch Netflix. And I was like, are you sure? And do you want me to come over? And
yeah, you wild.
I did.
You are wild,
almost
bro.
fumbled
Like,
it.
what kind of response is that, bro? Like, what is that, dog?
I don't know what I don't know because I was.
What were you doing?
I really wasn't thinking, bro. I don't know.
You clearly weren't thinking, bro.
I wasn't thinking clearly, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And like, I think she said, "Oh, she's like, look, I come now. I'm changing my mind." And I was like, "I'm already on the road." I was like, "What's the gate code to the
like, bro,
I packed my shit so quickly."
Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she thought you was using a bullshit line. I don't know. And maybe that threw you off your game because you weren't. You were actually being
because I was legit like, damn. Because I had like just got home, I think hooping or some shit.
Yeah.
And like I took a shower and I was legit winding up to relax and watch Netflix and go to sleep. Because it was about to rain that night too, so I was like, I'm not planning on going like no bars, no clubs. I was chilling that night. And I was like, damn, I'm on PlayStation. And it's just legit not working. So I'm texting her and I'm like, and it's not working. So she's like, you come over here. I was like, we ain't never had that type of talk before.
Oh my god.
The extent of our conversation was just like getting to know. We were like the getting to know you phase.
Bro.
You haven't realized I'm talking about me and my man.
Bro.
We were I had like just got her number like
this man
a
here.
few weeks ago, so I wasn't really at that point.
Jesus
I was trying to
Christ.
I was trying to legit get to know her.
I was trying to get to know you.
Yeah, it's funny because Sandra was trying to make me the jump on basically. And I was actually trying to make, you know what I'm saying, make something real. So I didn't think she was about that life because I had no reason to think that way.
Oh my god!
To be fair, most women are not that forward. To be completely honest with you, they're not.
No, they're not. But once they are, you gotta be like, well, okay. Shit, that's what we are. Like,
I didn't realize that's what we were going.
Like,
I'm used to asking the women. I'm asking what we go.
But you know what though? At the same time, just because she said you could come over here and watch Netflix, that didn't mean
That did not mean.
So still, you shouldn't have said what you said. You still should have been like, oh, okay, cool, bad. Like, I mean, obviously, you should feel that. You know, whatever.
I was ahead of the game on consent. That's what it was.
Oh,
I was
don't.
I was ahead of the game.
Don't, bro.
I was ahead of the game on
So anybody out there listening, you know, if you need a way to get to the chick house, just tell her the internet down. You feel me?
Stop saying like as if I was lying.
Just tell
That's
her,
been the
like,
biggest
internet
argument of
down.
our
I
story.
can't watch Netflix. Like,
That's been the biggest.
you know, just tell her
argument.
that shit. Like,
It wasn't.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Trees fell down and shit.
It
like,
was about to rain. It was legitimately
rain over here,
thundering.
fucking my satellite and shit. You know how that shit.
I lived in a college apartment with free college Wi-Fi. Anybody who's ever been to college knows that Wi-Fi's ass. So don't act like I'm out here made up tall tales.
I got no data on my phone and none of that shit. Like, that shit crazy. But, you know, if I come through there, you know what I'm saying? Pop in a movie, whatever.
Pop in a movie. That's sick. You can talk like this Blockbuster days.
But I think that chicks should be okay with that. Because coming if you want to is just putting it on you. Like, that means I do want you to come.
No,
but
I'm not gonna let that.
I'm not saying, like, you know, that, yeah, like, you have to come. But it's like, yeah, if you want to, that'll be dope. Like, for sure.
As someone who, like, my biggest pet peeve is, like, I'll ask Cassandra, oh, do you want to go to do insert activity, movie, bowling? And her response is, if you want to go, and it drives me out my fucking mind. Say either yes or say no. I hate, because if you say come if you want to, or yeah, if you want to go, to me it makes me feel like I'm forcing you to do something.
Okay.
And that bugs the crap. I don't want to force you to have fun. So either you want to go or you don't.
For some reason, I do think it's different than come over and then activities like that. Because,
That's fair.
you know what I'm saying, coming over, like, you know, I definitely want to see you. I ain't finna turn down, no, you know, yeah, but, you know, if you don't want to come, like, that's cool too.
But I felt so if a man says if you want that, that's going to come off as like, oh, me, shit. If you want to come through, cool, but I can get somebody else. I feel like that's how they interpret
I guess that's how it come
That's
off
how they
to him,
interpret
but that's not the case. Because first
9
off,
times out of 10.
that's not the case. That's not the case.
Come on, dog.
What it is,
You've never sent the message and you don't get the response you want. You just copy and paste that to the next person.
I plead the fifth, and
you gonna let me get killed. But now you want to plead. You want to copy.
you got the ring on the finger already. So what that means is come if you want to is me saying yes, I do want you to come if you want to. That would be really dope. But if you don't, that's also okay.
Pussy's on the pussy, right? And I give it when I need it.
I walked into that way. You a hoe for that, bro.
off the backboard. I was standing up for like 5 minutes.
I was just saying, it's just like, yeah, I'm chilling anyway. Like, you know, I'm that dude when it's like, what you doing? I'm just chilling.
And what woman wants I'm just chilling type of dude?
I'm just chilling. Like, that's me.
You seem either you're A, nonchalant, B, indecisive, or 3, a player.
Well,
neither of which are particularly attractive for women.
I have been described as 2 out of the 3, unfortunately, but I might be nonchalant. You know,
I still leaves one to figure out. Plead the fifth. I can't help what somebody describe me as. Like, oh, word? Because I was saying that about the narrative. It was perception's reality, right?
Well, we already talked about perception versus reality, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
who we thought they are.
You know, that's more of a product of me just being light-skinned. So sometimes chicks just feel like, yo, he just, nah, it ain't like that. I'm really just chilling. Like, you know, watching Netflix.
This nigga bringing light skin versus dark skin bias.
I'm watching Netflix and Hulu and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling.
That's anti-black.
I'm just chilling, yo. I'm just chilling. That's the first time Cassandra's done a silent count, and I was not paying attention.
I'm glad I was. Jesus Christ.
She was doing this, and I was like, what's going on?
Niggas blinded by lights.
Oh, man. So we had a blockbuster trade today. Chris Paul.
It was blockbuster.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dennis Rodman, blockbuster.
Chris Paul going to the Suns, so we already have activity, as we always do in the NBA offseason. Best offseason in sports.
Easily, without question.
Yeah, without question. How do you like that trade for both the Suns and then the one that the Lakers made as well?
I'll go with the Suns first. This is the one trade where I think, at least in the immediate reaction, both sides win. Typically, I know we always say the team gets the best player wins, but I think this trade benefits both sides because of what each team wanted in return. So obviously, the OKC Thunder, they're finally blowing it up. Jump started their rebuild, so they got another draft. I believe they have 27 first round and second round picks between now and the next 10 drafts, something ridiculous, something like that. Yeah, I know he's for a draft, but still, for what they wanted, which was draft capital, they got draft capital. They got a good young player, and Kelly Oubre, who should slide right in as a starting small forward. You got a serviceable point guard, Ricky Rubio, who comes off the bench and to fill that Dennis Schroeder role, who they lost. Or
he starts, that would think.
Wouldn't Shai Gilgeous start?
I don't think Shai's a point.
What?
I think he's a 2.
Was he the 2 because Chris Paul was there?
No, I think he's like a legit just 2.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah. So you got your point, you got your 1, your 2, your 3. You know, you got Dort off the bench, figure out the 4 and 5, but I know they're trying to train Steve Adams. For Phoenix, I think it's perfect. You played really well in the bubble, made a lot of strides. Devin Booker got a lot better, despite the rumors that he might want out, but assuming he doesn't want out, and so they say after you went out trading you. They got the point guard, you got the floor general, you got Booker, someone who can get Booker easy shots, someone who can get Ayton some great shots and rim lobs, which, you know, Chris Paul is amazing at. I mean, and they didn't lose too much depth. I mean, they lost Kelly Oubre, who wasn't playing because of injury. I don't know anybody else from that team who was sent out. So
Well, yeah, he missed the bubble, but he did.
I know he was playing at the end of the season, but like the bubble when they looked their best, he wasn't even playing. It was like he was averaging 25 in the bubble, and now he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
They were winning 10 without him.
I do like the trade. Like you said, they both got what they wanted. I wish the Suns would have been able to hold on to that. I think 2022 first round pick. Because I think they'll need it by then. Because by then, Chris Paul will not be
old.
He will not be useful.
No, but you'll still have Devin Booker.
Yeah, you'll still have Booker, and then once you don't have Paul anymore, you will again need that pick. Booker will probably.
Is it fair to say, hopefully by that point,
way out of
DeAndre Ayton and Booker, even with the diminished Chris Paul, should be maybe pick wouldn't have been good anyways.
So I do like that. I do like that trade mostly for Ayton. I think Chris Paul will really help him in his improvement. I expect him to take another jump.
Yeah,
they did win over 50% of their games when he played last year. Fortunately, had I think the suspension and whatnot. So
yeah,
yeah, I definitely do like the trade. They should make the playoffs now if they can stay healthy.
That's gonna be difficult, man. I was on Twitter and I saw some people putting their playoff locks. Obviously at both LA teams. I saw Golden State was being a lot of people's locks. Who else was in people's? Portland was in some people's projections of guaranteed playoff spots. That's Utah, Denver. That's 6 playoff spots pretty much guaranteed. Don't know which one. Dallas.
I would put Dallas as a lock.
Houston's interesting.
No, Houston.
Well,
they're not.
Assuming they keep Harden. Harden plus pieces could get your AFC. We've seen that. Right? So there's really only 2 spots.
I don't think they will this year, though, but yeah.
So there's 2 spots left, and there's like 3 teams really can honestly say they're gunning for it. So it'll be interesting to make the playoffs. But I think I saw someone say, man, oh yeah, Chris Paul, they're gonna look real good throwing lobs in as they fight for the 9th seed. I'm like, y'all said the same thing about OKC last year, and he took them to like the 5th seed.
Yeah.
His second best player was nowhere near as good as Devin Booker.
No. I think they'll definitely make the playoffs. I always want to kick Utah out the playoffs, mostly because I like watching them. And I can't believe they're good. They're a
good regular season team. They had a star.
They are. They have
a DPOY candidate.
Yeah,
DPOY candidate.
I don't like Gobert. I can't.
You don't like French Hassan Whiteside?
No, I don't. Not at all. As far as OKC goes, yeah, they get another pick. Hopefully, they can hit on these picks. That's
You have a lot of chances.
Yeah,
you got to hit once.
Yeah. So they do draft kind of well. They haven't hit on a draft in a while, but sure.
Steven Adams.
Yeah, that was like 4 or 5 years ago. But okay.
Did they draft Dort?
You calling him a hit already? Or?
Defensively, for sure.
Yeah, defensively.
I'm very confident.
He's really good. He's really good defensively. They did the same thing with Rose, and it's just
that was a weird like.
But can you develop these guys to do more than
just play defense? Yeah. That's the true test of that.
That's what and that's what I want to. That's what I want to see. I guess they want to try to do see if they can get 3 MVPs again. Hopefully, if they do, they don't trade them all.
Well.
I'm sorry, they lost Kevin Durant. That's right. But yeah, you know me. I'm not into hoarding picks. We'll see what they do with them. Maybe they'll trade Kelly Oubre again.
Okay, see,
I would love Portland to go and grab Kelly.
I saw you tweet that.
I would love for them to do it. That would be a great player in their system.
Yeah.
Other than that was and as far as the Lakers goes, I love their.
Who do they trade? So did they officially trade Daniel Green?
Yeah, and Danny Green and some pick that doesn't matter.
So Daniel is going to Oklahoma City. They say I saw a tweet that if he is to get traded, he won't start the year off there. He'll probably be rerouted or cut or get waived, or bought out. I guess you could say.
Probably
bought out, and if that's the case, he'll probably end up back in San Antonio. Not playing for Spurs, just probably in San Antonio.
You gotta let that go.
No, I never will.
But it was a great move for the Lakers, especially since it looks like they're gonna be losing Rajon Rondo.
Rajon, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has decided to enter free agency. Oh yeah, free agency.
Yeah.
Avery Bradley's entered free agency.
And
Dwight Howard declined his as well.
I think so.
So all three they have for sure locked up is LeBron and I think the Morris brother and Alex Caruso and Kuzma, who they keep trying to trade apparently.
And they should.
Yeah.
But Schroeder, they desperately needed another ball handler. I don't know why people in Laker Nation don't think they need another ball handler. Having the 18 player, the guy in year 18 as your only ball handler is not a good way to win games.
Well, I guess because they figured they were winning games before Rondo come back anyways without another ball handler. So it's like they were 4-1 in Houston and I guess Portland without Rondo ever playing. So
they desperately needed him in that Houston series.
Oh, he played in Houston. He played in
Houston. He helped a lot.
For me, it's odd because after watching the finals, it's like you don't see the value of Rajon Rondo, or at least as someone who can capably
get shots for others.
Yeah, get shots for others, or get your offense in motion.
Yeah.
Other than LeBron, because LeBron, he really didn't. As weird as it was, he didn't do much in the finals. I felt like he's played really well.
LeBron has a way of doing that, don't he?
Yeah, he didn't like he was pressing at all. Like he looked a lot more stressed in all the Golden State finals.
I think the worst part, I think he played well other than his turnovers. His turnovers were awful in the finals, all finals.
That's because he had to handle the ball
so much.
His usage rate was high shit.
Yes. Yeah.
And so that was cool. So far, for the only two trades we've seen, I did think it was interesting. I was looking at my phone. It looks like the Bucks never even reached out about Chris Paul trade apparently, and that was surprising. Because I thought the Bucks were going to try to make a lot of big improvements in the offseason to try to persuade Giannis to sign his extension. And looks like they didn't even reach out.
Yeah, they're dropping the ball there.
Yeah, and apparently, there's this tennis guy who said Giannis had a real big smile on his face when he talks about. I mean, that could just fluff, but
I think that's
neither here nor there.
Crap.
But the Bucks. So Brook Lopez declined his player option, so he's a free agent.
He's their best shooter.
Yes. The second best shooter is Wesley Matthews, who's also declined his player option. His name came up in rumors linked to the Heat, linked to the Lakers. So that's arguably the two best, the third and fourth best player on Milwaukee are gone, and then Milwaukee not exactly a free agent destination. So if they're not out here trading for stars, a la Chris Paul. How are they planning on getting people to entice Giannis to stay?
Yeah, they're blowing it. They need to go ahead and trade him for pieces now, because they're gonna lose him for nothing.
How does any NBA team watch what's happened with LeBron, KD, all these examples of what happens when if you're in a small market and you don't bring in legitimate talent to help out your transcendent all-star? You know what's going to happen, and I'm not going to feel sorry for you. I don't care if I'm a Miami Heat fan, one of the bigger markets and great destination. No, if you tell your star, hey, we're going to bring in pieces to help you, and you end the offseason with, I'm just going to throw a name, Chris Dunn, then yeah, he needs to leave because you're not competent.
Listen, after OKC got Paul George to re-sign, and sure you can say they traded him a year later, but they still got him to re-sign. There's no more excuses for small market teams. That's Oklahoma City.
That's different LA.
So
there's Greece.
there's no more excuses for that. You just have to be competent. If you have talent, people want to play with talent. Stars have told you that now, that they want to play with other talent. Yeah,
stars like playing with stars.
So it doesn't seem to matter
in a nice area.
Yeah, but if it's not cool, you just make sure that money right.
Yeah.
Make sure that money right.
And Chris Paul, and honestly, it made so much sense.
Yeah.
Chris Paul because Giannis being the Bucks' primary ball handler, one makes it easier for other teams to guard him because we know he's going to go straight. So we know exactly how to guard him.
Yeah.
You got Chris Paul standing opposite, and they did have a lot of shooters. They just weren't making shots, but that's a lot different. But no, they let arguably probably the best player.
Do you think Giannis will be on the move this offseason?
No, I think if Giannis gets traded, it's in the year. If Giannis does not sign the Supermax, he plays out this year unless they legit trade him
I think Giannis gets traded
before the season starts.
before the season starts.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna put it out there. I think he gets traded before.
Oh, we definitely put it on wax. Y'all heard it here first. Well, not first, but y'all heard it here on Watch.
I think he gets traded.
Why do you think that?
Because they have to. You missed out. I don't know what star you can bring in via trade now.
Well, only a star would be like pieces because they're not going to get back anybody of same skill value.
Oh no. But I don't know who you can bring in via trade to help out this team to help Giannis stay.
So let's see who's on the trade market, right? Good players. Drew Holiday is apparently available.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we know Tyler. He's available.
Okay.
No, but for Drew Holiday is probably one of the bigger pieces that are available. Victor Oladipo is apparently available. He is.
Yeah. We know Victor Oladipo is available.
Yeah.
We all know.
Come get me.
He tells everybody he's available.
Yeah.
So.
Apparently, well, we know Russell Westbrook's available. Probably the money doesn't match, but Russell's available. Apparently, David Harden's available. Bradley Beal might be available. So, like, if you're Milwaukee, there are people who you can bring that will make, hey, we're trying here. It's just, will they accept? I think Drew Holiday's probably the best bet because you can get Drew Holiday probably for.
They better try to get Bradley Beal.
They don't have anything to give Bradley Beal. Their package of Dante DiVincenzo, and Eric Bledsoe and stuff. When Dante's your headliner, that's not a good package. That's why that's good enough for the Drew Holiday caliber player, not Bradley Beal.
I tell you what, you know what? I know what Milwaukee could do. Instead of losing Giannis for nothing, I can give them two really good players that'll be all stars in the East. And I can get Giannis to play with a dog.
What's the trade?
McCollum and Nurkic.
You know what's funny is you don't like Giannis.
I don't.
And I'm one of the Dame Lillard shirt. You're a big fan of Dame.
Favorite player in the NBA.
Why would you want Dame to have a guy you don't even like and don't trust in the playoffs to be his second running mate? To ship out a guy who actually has been pretty trustworthy in the playoffs.
Because if he with Dame, then it'll be different. It'll be different.
How is it different?
He ain't gonna have to be the star. The defense ain't gonna be all in on him. They gonna be on Dame.
Okay, hold on. I tried to get that same logic of why I wanted Giannis in Miami. You shot it down.
And that's because you filled it with nobody that can shoot.
Who can shoot that team other than Dame? If you get him in a CJ.
Dame can shoot. Had one more than what you had in Miami.
No, I think I had him keeping Duncan Robinson.
Bullshit.
I think I had him keeping Duncan.
You know that's not possible, though. But you know that's not possible. He had him rolling out. Fuck
Oh, Gordon can shoot.
Right.
Gordon can... Hey.
All right, bro. You really fucking wild out here, bro.
So speaking of Miami, obviously Miami's been linked to basically every star that's available.
Every star.
Nothing concrete. The only people who are willing, the Heat are willing to trade Tyler Hero and Dick Robinson for it looks like are either Bradley Beal, Giannis, and then I know Harden said the rumor is that Harden does one out, which apparently he does. The three teams he'd be interested in are the Nets, but someone said the Heat, and who was the third team?
Sixers.
The Sixers. So obviously, Heat Twitter is varying, but I feel like the Heat themselves would probably, if it came down, I think they would trade Tyler Hero for Harden. I think they would.
They should.
So I'm really interested to see how that works. But talking about Harden, so I get why he wants to go play for the Nets. KD's there. He's friends with KD. They should be an offensive juggernaut with that. Okay, to be fair, is that not the on paper most talented team we've ever seen? On paper, even more so than the KD Warriors.
All I know is.
Just answer the question. Before you continue slander, just answer the question.
Yeah, sure. It'll be pretty. Yeah, it'll be pretty deep.
I'll go ahead and slander away.
I just No slander, bro. I want James Harden to go to Brooklyn with Kyrie and KD so bad, bro. Like I want that more than I want anything else this offseason. It's for Harden, Kyrie, and KD to be on the same team.
Apparently, the rumor is Kyrie is actually not fond of the idea of the trade.
Of course he's not. Of course he's not. I have to see it. It's must-see TV every night.
But if they could make it work,
there's not a chance in hell that would work. It would blow up so fast.
How many games in?
2.
Okay, if they did the trade now, and then when it blows up, who do you ship out? Who's the easiest person to ship out?
I don't know.
All right,
what team fucking wants Kyrie if it don't work?
I guess I should phrase it as, who do you ship out and why is it Kyrie?
But KD and Kyrie supposed to be best friends.
They're boys.
So.
Which is crazy because, Harden says he wanted to go play because he wanted to play with KD.
Of course.
But
KD
is Kyrie's homeboy.
So yeah, KD clearly trying to talk to Kyrie on some. Hey, bro, I promise you it can work, dog. Like if you only take and that's what the conversation stops.
I think he averaged 18 shots last year.
There's no way he's only gonna no. There's not a chance in hell. Or Harden's gonna be not having the ball.
So there was it got put in our group meeting. I'm not sure if you saw it, but I guess Steph was at an All-Star game 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Oh yeah,
he said he wants to play beautiful basketball.
Yeah, he was talking about anybody listen may not heard it. There's a clip that came out. Steph was talking to Mike Budenholzer about Harden, and he said he had a conversation with Harden, and Harden mentioned how it's cool playing hero ball, but he doesn't want playing this way. He just does it because he has to do it to win. In Houston. But he actually would rather play quote unquote beautiful basketball and move the ball, etc., etc. Right. And I personally that's a lot of crap. Oh, he averaged 20 shots a game last year. Mm-hmm. 21. Oh my
god. KD has to know that he's gonna be the one taking the lead shots.
I'm not gonna out of the three of them, I can see him be the one who's actually willing to do it.
And
he sacrificed shots
but I don't think he realizes how little he would take.
I mean,
he would only take them if Kyrie's off the court and Harden is tired. That's the only time he's getting his shots, or in transition.
So the last time we saw him, he took 18 in the NBA with the Golden State.
Curry let him get his.
Which is his second lowest other than his first year when he took 16 in Golden State.
Yeah.
So he's willing to sacrifice.
Curry will let him get his though, but that'll go down to lower than D Wade with the big three.
No. You can't do it. Well,
he would be out there taking 12 shots a game. He might hit 10 of them.
He still can get 30 out doing that though. He still can get 30. He'll still get 30.
Boy,
I think what's going to happen is what happens the first time where Kyrie ends the game with 40 points and no assists, and they lose by 5.
They would get stomped, bro. You got
that,
two just black holes on offense, and
we call just from James Harden a black hole, but he has led the league in assists, which is weird.
Yeah, when he go to the lane and somebody step up, he ain't gonna force it up. He ain't no fool.
So he can still do that,
but he still dribbles 18 seconds at the top of the key.
So would you want him in Miami?
I would.
I mean, you came around,
At the same time,
I would. So why is that you want him in Miami, but think it would implode in Brooklyn?
Because Brooklyn has Kyrie.
Oh, so it's strictly Kyrie.
It's always Kyrie.
So if it was Dinwiddie at point, not Kyrie,
I would be like, damn, they could win the championship. You know how I feel about Kyrie. You just can't win with that guy. Unless you have LeBron James on your team, you can't win with them. And they don't have LeBron James. And it ain't even about the talent. It's about, the leadership, which they will not have.
Harden's their best leader. Harden would be that team, would be leader guy on that team.
Right.
That's actually one of the issues with Russell Westbrook's have right now is that there's no accountability or leadership in Houston. Hence why he wants out. And the ownership team, obviously. If you're in Houston, do you blow it up? I know Harden has quote unquote One day Nike said he committed to the team. The next night Nike says he wants out. But
I mean, we talked about it as soon as they were eliminated. I said they should blow it up because there's no championship to be won there. And if you're not going to win a championship and you got this aging star, what are you doing?
Yeah, I hate the whole, how dare Russ Westbrook demand a trade? We changed our whole offense to suit your strength. I'm like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it. You traded for him, so now fit your team to fit the guy you traded for.
Yeah, it'd be like, if the Heat would go out there and have Jimmy Butler shooting 10 threes a game, like, that'd be dumb. You fit your offense around your stars.
Yeah.
He is a star. He's the MVP. There's a reason you wanted him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cry a tear because you change offense, try the best to win with your star point guard.
Or bash a guy who looks around and says, wow, this is really shitty here. I want out.
Yeah, because it's shitty there. The organization is a shit show. The management was a shit show. Daryl Morey said, all right, I see this ship is crashing. I'm going to get up now. Which I think is like, do you feel like he had to have a conversation with Harden like, hey, I'm going to Philly. If you force your way out, I'll trade for you. Because he is the president.
I mean, he could probably talk to him and say, I'm going to try to trade for you, but, you know.
Which is, I know he wants to go to Philly because obviously there's Daryl Morey's there, but like, what is that trade package like? You only get back Ben Simmons?
Simmons and stuff. Simmons and Horford, maybe. I don't think that money would work, but Simmons and Josh Richardson.
Don't do my nigga Josh. I want him back in Miami. Don't send Josh to Houston, bro.
I don't know, bro.
Don't do him like that.
Simmons and
that team's not gonna be good.
who started? Shake Milton, I guess.
He was the point guard when Simmons was hurt. Yeah. So I guess he probably to make the money. It actually probably would have to be either Al or Tobias because of the large salary that Harden has. So it probably would have to be either Tobias or. Damn. Okay, I don't think even because I'm assuming because Ben Simmons has a new contract, so it'd be Ben and because you can't do Ben for Harden straight up.
No.
So it probably have to be Ben and Peace to get Houston to get Harden and
yeah.
I don't know. You know who cares to make the money. Line up probably top Tyson Chandler probably would. I don't think that just to make the money.
Tyson Chandler.
just to make the money balance. Okay, Tobias is a max contract. Ben's a max contract. You can't trade two max contracts for one guy. But Houston wouldn't take a Ben Simmons or Harden shirt that's not of value.
No.
So it'd have to be like a Ben Simmons pot and like a Josh Richardson, unfortunately. And then
I guess if that's enough. Yeah, they they're kind of. But I actually expect at least Westbrook to get traded.
Westbrook should be traded the next week.
Yeah,
I know the Knicks were in talks about it.
Right. Do you think one or both of them? Well, obviously you think Russ would be traded. Do you also think Harden will be traded?
Yes, by trading on. I
Trade.
think Harden starts off the year and they lose a lot. And he'll want out. Even more if he'll be even louder than he already is.
Okay.
Right.
Do you think they'll trade him to where he wants to go?
Yeah, they own that.
Do they?
I'm not saying own him, but yeah, I mean he's the. Now, I don't want to call him a professional, but he has not like bashed organization.
No,
they have no reason not to like him.
He's part of why it didn't work with Paul, but yeah.
Yeah, but they every time they've chosen him over the issue, whether it's Dwight, Chris Paul.
So I guess you could say they already have paid him what they owe. They always choose him, and him has.
If they've been choosing him all the time, they'll probably give him one last parting gift. I don't think it'll be like a San Antonio with Spurs where they sent Kawhi to the one place he didn't want to go.
That's what I would do, but I'm petty like that.
I don't think.
I would get the best thing I could get. If I could honestly, if where he wants to go is the best thing I could get, then that's what they should do. That's what you should always do.
Yes,
it's business, but you know.
The thing is, So out of the three places he's requested, rumored to have requested, I should say, what is the best trade package? Cause
probably Brooklyn, honestly.
Because Dinwiddie, LeVert, and things.
Yeah.
That's better than Tyler and Duncan and probably I guess Iggy to make the money match.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Tyler's probably the best player out of the three of those people, but still, Dinwiddie, LeVert, and things are probably better.
No, LeVert's the best player.
Really? You think LeVert's better than Tyler Hero?
LeVert is really good.
Better than Tyler Hero?
Yes.
Like now, or would he talking
No,
become?
now.
I could have done. You're only talking 37 to conference finals.
I get it. You know, LeVert didn't really get that chance. He plays with, a black hole over there. So when that guy wasn't there at the bubble, LeVert was hooping.
Tyler was who once the playoffs started.
I know, Tyler.
Off the bench.
No disrespect to Tyler, but I just think LeVert is a star. Like he can be a star now.
I think Tyler can be a star now.
I'm talking about like all star. Like he can carry. I think he could be a number one guy on the team right now. Not to lead you to the finals, but he could be the number one guy on a team in the playoffs in the East.
I'm trying to think who was the AFC. I guess that'd be the
Magic.
The non-power forwards they have on that team. So I guess he could have been the point on that team.
Yeah, and I think
Okay, that's fair. So, but in that sense, I don't think they said. I mean, the right move for business is to send him to Brooklyn. I don't think Houston sends him to Brooklyn because that means you're creating a legitimate power struggle.
in the East though.
I mean,
That's not really necessarily your problem. You're blowing it up, so it's not.
Oh,
like
that's
you
true.
can be nothing.
he's not staying in the West though for sure. There's no one. Houston will not trade him to nowhere in the West because you have to play on. Obviously.
Although I really don't think it matters because you're still not competing. So I guess.
Yeah.
I would try to just get the best I could get.
Is there any other quick rumors you want to discuss before you do a little
Nah,
parting shot for football?
we can go ahead and get that NFL.
All right, so I guess what was the big games of? I guess the promising games technically were Tennessee and Indianapolis on Thursday, which was a dud. Yeah, Sunday night game. The Sunday 3:00 kicks.
I thought you were about to go to Sunday night game.
I was trying to order all the prime times. So the 3:00 kicks were Houston, Miami, and Chargers. Miami won. Defense pretty good. Tua looked good. Herbert looked good as much as I don't like him. Herbert looked good until he made one bad mistake, and that cost you games.
Obviously, the Cardinals and Bills. That game was probably the most.
That was probably the toss-up game because of the last play. The last two plays, honestly. Well, the last two drives, you say.
DeAndre Hopkins
The catch.
with the huge catch, just
The catch.
that's why you trade for a player like DeAndre Hopkins, and that's why you don't trade DeAndre Hopkins.
So I always root against Houston sports teams. I have a legitimate reason to root against them this year because the Dolphins have the Texans first and second round picks. But good God, even I didn't think it'd be this run. All right, I didn't think it could get this bad for Houston because you lost DeAndre Hopkins for second round pick.
Nothing.
But they still had have a top 10 quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have bums at receiver. Their receivers are all better than the Dolphins receivers, easily.
Okay. Yeah, Fuller's been able to stay healthy this year.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Brandon Cooks has been decent. But they are bad.
Yeah, they're all
Legitimately, they lost 10-7 to the
Browns.
who fucked me on my fantasy football because thank you, Nick Chubb. And it could have been worse. Should have been 17-7, but neither here nor there. I don't see how it gets better for Houston.
It doesn't.
Because it's like, okay, so next year if you're bad again, next year if they're bad, they'll get the draft after that. Can you really count on Deshaun Watson the team being bad enough to get a good pick in the draft around him?
My thing is, even if you do that, that's only one first round pick, and that one player is not going to change your team around because you already have a quarterback who's supposed to do that.
And to be honest, your quarterback is not the healthiest.
I think the only way to me that it gets better is by trading Deshaun Watson. And I know that sounds blasphemous, but that's the only way they're going to get a haul of draft picks and players. That's it.
We've never seen a quarterback get traded this good.
No.
Get traded this early into his career.
Which is why you could get a haul.
They should have. What really hurt Houston is they didn't trade J.J. Watt at the trade deadline, and you don't try to. They know they tried to trade Will Fuller, but I think they were asking for too much, or Green Bay was asking. It basically didn't work out Green Bay, but you can't just only have one team on the table. Like you could have found some other team would have traded Will Fuller.
I mean, they screwed themselves when they allowed Bill O'Brien to be the GM.
Yeah.
That right there. I mean, it's been all downhill since. Like, they destroyed themselves, and this to me is going to be the worst coaching vacancy out there.
I'm really praying the Chiefs offensive coordinator Bellany does not take this job.
No,
this is a job that's set up for you to fail.
Yeah.
I hope he knows
you have
that.
nothing. You have nothing to look forward to help your team get better.
Like, you can say, "Oh, cool." And the thing is, it's gonna look attractive because it has Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, because you have the quarterback already.
And you think I can make everything else around it work, but dog,
But that means
you mean everything has to run around to be
That means
fixed.
it's riding on Deshaun being healthy, and so that means if
With
he
a
gets
bad offensive
hurt,
line.
if he gets hurt, then you look bad, and just
And no real money to fix it because you're paying Deshaun Watson, you're paying David Johnson, you're paying J.J. Watt,
yeah.
you're paying Larry Tunsil. And so you have they're going to be bad and it's weird because they're going to be bad with legitimately a top 10 quarterback.
They have the best quarterback in the division,
Yeah.
and they're going to
They're
have
the
the best
second-
quarterback in the
For
division
the next 5 to 10 years.
And,
And they might be the worst team
Yeah.
for the next 5 to 10 years.
yeah,
That's just.
that's
God,
not supposed to
It's
happen.
almost.
It's
If
not
I didn't
supposed
hate
to
Houston so much, I'd almost feel bad for them.
It's not supposed to happen.
Other games.
Real quick though, speaking on the Cardinals though, they are now leading their division.
I was about to say, speaking of Russell Wilson. So yeah, the Cardinals beat. Shout out to the Cardinals. Take care of them Bills for me. But they're 6-3. The Rams beat the Seahawks, who are now 6-3, and the Seahawks are because of the loss 6-3. Seahawks started the year off 5-0, 5-0, and they're basically actually going 1-3 since then. What the hell is going on with Russell Wilson? We're big. You're a big Russell Wilson fan than I am, but what the hell's going on with that team, man?
I think it's obvious that he's pressing. It's very hard when you pull up to the stadium and you know you have to play perfect in order to win. Like, there's two realities in the NFL. You either drive to the stadium knowing you're gonna win, or you drive knowing you have to play perfect to win. And Russell Wilson, no matter who they're playing, drives to the stadium and he goes, "I have to be perfect," and he does. And that defense is just
They're statistically going to be the worst defense. It's something like was yards allowed
yes.
in football history, in the history of football.
And I think they're on pace for that by like 1,000 yards.
Yeah, like astronomically bad.
You traded for Jamal Adams, 2 first-rounders, which I'm okay with trading picks for stars. But Jamal Adams has been awful.
Awful at what? He's
No,
great
no,
at pass
even
rushing.
I saw a play where they ran for it, and
I saw the
that just can't happen.
I'm not gonna lie, he's
He's not played well. I don't care about his coverage because that's not
he's
what
not
he
a coverage safety. He's
But
a
shit
pass
like that,
rusher
when
safety.
you just whiffing on tackles or I don't know what you're doing, that can't happen.
And it was weird is people will look at that team, and if you just look at the Seahawks based on what your
roster.
perception is from like previous team, they're gonna think, oh, the Seahawks, they're a run first, defensive oriented team, and they don't realize that team's been bad on defense basically since the Legion of Boom
Yes.
retired
Yes.
or left the town.
Yes.
They've been horrible on defense.
They've been rebuilding actually since.
Yeah,
They've just been winning, so it doesn't look like they've
been
been rebuilding.
And so it's like people saw like I was having a discussion with who's the MVP of the NFL on Twitter, and I'm like, obviously you can't say Russ because he's 1-3 in the last 4 games, but in my head I'm like he's still the best player because look what the hell he has to play with.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a Deshaun, a DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, DK is cool, he's fast, he's big, but he's not Hopkins. Tyler Lockett is good. He's not, a number 1 receiver really in that sense. He's better. He doesn't have
No healthy running back.
no. He has 2 former Hurricane undrafted running backs. Shout out to the U. He doesn't have Tyreek Hill. He doesn't have
No tight ends.
not Greg Olsen. Shout out to the U, who was like 40. And his defense is one of the worst in football. And in terms of coaching, he doesn't have.
Pete Carroll's not a good
Pete
coach.
Carroll-
I
he's
don't
horrible.
know.
I know that
People
extension.
think he is, but he's not a good
They
coach.
know his name. They know his name, and he has a title. That's why I
He's
think
like
he's a good
not a
coach.
good coach.
He has in that division. So you got the 49ers. I'll go coaching. 49ers because head coach is better.
Yes, I would say so.
The Rams. Sean
Yes.
McVay. Okay, I don't know who
Cliff
Cardinals.
Kingsbury.
Inventive.
Yes.
He's at least more. He has a more inventive offense. I can say that for sure.
Definitely.
All right, so skill court, special teams. Everything not named Russell Wilson, everyone else is better. The D line for every other team is 49ers are playing with me. You
Their D line is still better.
You think so? Even with all the injuries?
I think their D line is still better.
Okay, so
they can obviously still run the ball. They've had so many injuries at running back, and still all of their running backs are better than Seattle's running backs.
The only position that the Seahawks have that is better than their contemporaries is legitimately quarterback.
Yeah.
They have everything else wrong.
Yeah. That's why I picked the Cardinals to win the division, because Seattle's just not a good team. Just picking them to do things is just not a good thing. Like, yes, they have Russell. I love Russell. I think he's the best quarterback in the NFL. But when you got nothing else around you, it is hard when it's on you all the time.
Yeah.
It's too much. They lean on him way too much, and he has to play perfect. He has to force things so he can score. And then that just leads to what you've seen lately, interceptions. I hope they still make the playoffs.
I do, but like I said, there's 3 wild card spots.
Yeah.
They're going to make the playoffs. Did you want to touch on the Drew Brees injury?
I mean, that is huge. Jameis now comes in, and let's see if he can hold down the fort.
I hope he does.
I really do too. Even though Tampa's in that division, I hope Jameis plays really well, because I want him to get a contract after this year and start somewhere.
And
he deserves to start.
That too. Plus, I'm not here with the Taysom Hill thing, bro. Like, I don't like Taysom Hill. I just don't like.
I tell you what, if they want to put Taysom Hill in, I would love to see that, so they can.
You know what's crazy is I wish they would put him in, because this whole talk of James is just a 1-year play because Taysom Hill's our future.
Yeah.
No, the fuck he's not. No. If he was a future, wouldn't he be having out there running routes?
Yeah.
And getting hit.
No one wants their quarterback getting hit.
No, he's not your future. So stop fucking lying to us. Yeah. Only other thing that happened really football wise was Lamar Jackson lost, unfortunately, the primetime game, which it looks like it's a trend.
Yeah, to the Patriots.
Yeah, in a monsoon. But to me, the big thing about that trend people are talking about is he needs some damn receivers.
Yeah, they need help.
Yeah. Their running game was great last year off the back of Lamar. No one had film on Lamar, and in their power running game scheme with him. Mark Ingram had a career year.
Yeah.
But
I don't even know if Mark Ingram. I know he plays, but
this is the first game back.
Okay.
He was injured a lot, like the last 3 games.
But has he made a play?
No, he was injured. But this year, like, people have more film on those QB draws and things like that, and they're basically what it looks like from what we watched on Sunday. And again, I get it was a rain game, but it looks like teams are stacking the box and are saying to the receivers, win.
Yes, they've been doing that for weeks now. They've just been stacking the box and just saying, beat us, throwing outside the numbers.
And the Ravens are not doing it, but not because Lamar can't throw. No one can get open.
No, their receivers are.
When the biggest receiver addition they made so far in the season was 34-year-old Dez Bryant, who's I guess actually on the active roster now, but I don't think he played yet.
No, I don't think he's played a snap yet, and I don't know why. At least put him out there. Dog.
Yeah, he's a blocker. He can be a better blocking.
At least put him out there just to see, bro, because what you putting out there right now ain't it.
And it's like the Ravens typically get the benefit of the doubt because they're a storied franchise in terms of like their drafting, because they have some great hits over the years. But I think they're gonna look back and think, damn, if this Lamar thing doesn't work, they're gonna look back at this last draft when they had a chance to get a receiver and they took Hollywood Brown in the first round. It's like
when they could have had DK,
AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, they missed. They missed bad. Yeah, they missed really bad.
And
I trust that they will get together because they typically do that. They'll still make the playoffs. They're gonna lose. Yeah, they just don't have the team.
The defense is as good this year as it was last year.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fix it in the off season, and I would like to think they'll do that because you want to maximize Lamar right now. For one, you're not paying him yet.
Yeah.
And two, he's young and strong and healthy.
Yeah, he can take them hits for now.
Yeah. So you need to try to maximize.
You don't want to have a Michael Vick Atlanta situation where you never, other than the one year I think they went to the NFC Championship game, the Falcons didn't really get. Philly didn't get a lot out of it. I know after with the jail situation, but he was out there throwing Alec Ogletree.
Yeah.
All right.
Ogletree was like.
Algie Crumpler.
Hey, Crumpler
was slow as shit. I hate that
He
nigga.
was big though,
I
dog.
hated that nigga on
He
Madden.
was big
bro. That nigga
though.
was slow as shit. Yeah. Anything else before we get out of here?
The only other thing I do want to predict real quick before we leave is I do think the Giants are going to win the NFC East. I think they are actually the best team in that division right now. And I'm going to say that they're going to go ahead and steal that division because unlike the Eagles, they don't have a first place schedule.
That's why the Eagles are getting killed this year. Not that's what but like I wonder why every game for their players want good.
Hey,
they won the division last year.
So I think the Giants will steal that division.
They're gonna host a playoff game with like 5 wins or 6.
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
it's very disgusting.
You know what that means? They don't have a first place schedule next year.
Yep.
With no real improvements to the team other than maybe getting back Saquon.
Getting back Saquon. Hopefully they can do something in the draft.
They
We'll see.
they want to have a high draft pick because they'll be a playoff team.
They don't need a quarterback, so it's okay. You don't have to have if you don't need a quarterback, you don't need a top 5 pick or nothing like that.
Are you sure they'll need a quarterback?
I'm sure they don't need a quarterback. They're not going to draft one anyway. Even if they don't need one, they're not going to draft one anyway. So
The way you feel about Sam Darnold, I feel the opposite about Daniel Jones. I think that nigga stinks.
He might. But if they win the division, they damn sure not going to draft a quarterback.
Why not? Why the fuck not?
Why would you?
Because my quarterback stinks, despite me winning the division.
Well, he's the second best quarterback in the division right now, playing.
No. Andy Dalton's playing this Sunday. He needs to be healthy to play this Sunday.
All right, bro.
Anything else?
No. Hey, if you watch it on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Hey, like, share, leave a comment. That'll be cool. Subscribe, definitely.
I think we're supposed to like ask them a question, like they're supposed to answer in the comment section. That's what all the famous YouTubers I watch do.
Okay, cool. What do y'all want us to talk about in the future? That's a good question. Need some answers on that.
See?
Yeah, there you go. But as always, appreciate the love.